This is the king of all kings here. How are you going to help me grow my business? You guys, this is the most powerful question that you can ask at any brokerage that you're at, because you are an entrepreneur. You're a realpreneur. You're a real estate entrepreneur. You can build your business as big as you want. You can build your business in a million different ways, but is the brokerage helping you? Now, can you do it on your own? Of course you can, right? If you're at a traditional 100% place and you're just paying your transaction fee and you're building on your own, great, that's cool. But wouldn't you want some help? And I would guarantee that the ones that are creating massive success, they have a coach, they have a mentor. They're probably paying one of these other outside third-party real estate firms that are helping them grow. Well, what if you could do it all at one potential place? And that's what we're talking about, is how do we help you grow your business for the long term? Because here's the thing is that, have you ever been to a real estate agent retirement party before? No, right? And so that's where everybody's moving to. Listen, I've been in the business for 14 years at this point, and literally we've been talking about this for 14 years. And with technology and with options and with these different, with these different guys that just know what they're doing, billionaires and these people that have built other businesses, they're finding better ways to help agents do that, because we're in one of the most well-paid careers that you can have. Right. And so how do we help extend that? How do we build it? And how do we make it for nothing? And so, as you're looking about how they grow business, wealth, and legacy. So how do we help you earn more business? Through selling more real estate. And we've talked about this, the different comp plans, and we're going to go into detail in the different comp plans right now. Yeah. Awesome. There's two options. This is one of the biggest differentiating factors between LPT and any other company out there, is that you get to choose where you start. You get to choose where you stay. You get to choose if you want to switch at some point. The first one is Business Builder, and the majority of people that sign on with LPT typically start here because guess what? It's $500 per transaction. That's it, with a $5,000 cap. That means you do 10 transactions, you pay $500 each. After that, you're at 100%. Now, that includes all the tools and resources we talked about. You can still build a downline, because I know this from personal experience. If you're doing a lot of deals and people like you and they like your systems and they see what you're doing and building, they're going to ask how you're doing. So you can still build a downline. You can still attract agents. You're just not going to get paid on that as a business builder. And the other thing is you still get stock rewards. Yeah, we have stock awards here. Now, we're not publicly traded yet, which I think is one of the biggest benefits of joining LPT right now, is having the ability to earn stock before anyone else. There's no other way to get stock unless you're selling real estate or attracting agents right now. And the second is rev share partner. Now, that's something that I chose to begin with, because mindset, I wanted to be a rev share partner. It's what I wanted to do. That's an 80-20 split with a $15,000 cap. I've pretty much have been on something similar to that for the majority of my career anyways. And the $15,000 cap is awesome, because once you pay it, it's done and you can move on. A typical, a high earning agent can typically do that within 3 months-ish. The second part is you can build a team. So if you have a team, you have to be on a rev share model. You do get to build a downline. You do get the opportunity to earn revenue share. And there's additional stock awards for those of you that are doing a lot of business. So again, agent choice equals what? Freedom! I'm a free man, free to be who I truly am. And this company allows you to make that choice.
So in addition to making more money, one of the things that we're very focused on here is allowing you to keep more money. And that's reflected in our business builder model in and of itself, is that we have a comp plan set up that allows you to keep more money to reinvest. But we also don't believe in dinging agents for fees for really no purpose. And so that's why we don't have a startup fee. That's why we don't have a monthly fee. And so we've really tried to simplify our fees for a couple purposes. One, to allow you to keep more money, and two, to make it as transparent and easy as possible to understand. There are some fee structures out there that when you look at it, it's like looking at a CVS receipt, like you're trying to figure out what all these different charges are, like your cell phone bill. We don't do that. So it's very, very simple. We have two fees. We have a one-time annual $500 fee. So what this is doing is paying for your E&O insurance, is paying for your broker review, is paying for all of that stuff that you're going to get dinged on every single transaction. A lot of other brokerages, we've said, let's take that $500 out of your very first deal and you are done for the year. You do not pay that again. And after that, we have one fee that you're going to pay on every single transaction. That's a $195 transaction fee. Now, most agents are going to charge somewhere between $395, $695, whatever the case case is. This is a cost that's usually going to get passed on to the client, and that you're probably actually going to make a couple $100 from, because you do need to be compensated for your time, and that's one way in which you can do it. So that's a fee that you can offset. So you charge $695, your very first deal, you paid off your annual fee and your transaction fee for that deal, and every other deal you're pocketing the extra $500. That's how a lot of agents are going to handle it. So we don't have a technology fee, right? The CRM, we don't want to charge you extra for it. We think that that's a tool that you need to do your job effectively, so we want to give that to you for free. We don't have different compliance fees and startup fees and the monthly fees and the desk fees and the CRM fees, none of that. So we just try to make it as simple and clear as possible so that you can keep as much money and have a very easy way of calculating what you're actually going to be spending. So that's another way that we help you grow your business by allowing you to keep more money and just simplifying our fee structure.
Yeah, and so next is agent promotion. And I love the fact with fees. Actually, we did a comparison with somebody recently, and we're like, hey, like they do 4 or 5 deals a year. We're like, okay, if you do 4 or 5 deals where you currently are, and if you do 4 or 5 deals here at LPT, you'll actually earn $6,000 more. Do you think you could use that $6,000 to change your marketing or to invest some time? So it was kind of a no-brainer answer.
Yeah.
Question to me. So agent promotion. So what else do they do? What on top of everything else? Well, once again, Robert Palmer to the rescue. He built his business through radio, through advertising. He is known as a marketing genius. And so now he's taking those relationships and providing the opportunity to the agents, right? So local TV and radio spots. Right now, there are opportunities. If you want to go on radio and share your listings in the state of Florida, you can do that. We've obviously got the billboard placement. So as they're growing and they're working out deals, they're just utilizing the relationships that they already have that they've been using to negotiate deals in these different cities. And so as your city grows and as they do more, those opportunities will come up. The other thing is sporting and special events, right? Robert Palmer owns a couple teams. He's very well involved with a lot of the promotions at some of these major stadiums, especially Orlando. And so you can see sometimes our names up in there. Lead generation, out of the box thinking, opting in, opting out at any time. Oh, the lead generation. This is awesome. So we talked about earlier, I mentioned that Robert looks at, if you're selling 10 homes, how do I help you sell 2 or 3 more? Okay. There are multiple ways that this is starting to happen right now. Now, a lot of this is in beta testing. A lot of this is in the state of Florida only right now, but it makes sense, right? Because they're learning as they go, they're figuring out conversions, but they're having huge success right off the bat. Homevalue.com. All right. This is Lawrence K. Bird. Meet Lawrence K. Bird, right? Where marketing is everything. You need more marketing, tough guy. This is basically the same thing as, the Geico, right? Or, Smokey the Bear. Let's use Smokey the Bear as an example. Why not? This will be a national campaign that will compete directly with people like Zillow, like Trulia, like all of these other companies that are selling you back your leads, right? And so this is a whole marketing system that they're offering to agents that are selling deals to help them sell more. It's a beautiful system, and I think we've got a commercial so you guys can see a little bit about it.
Yeah, and one thing as well on this, so one, this is an exclusive lead generation source for LPT agents. So this is not like Zillow where any agent can buy into this. This is exclusively for LPT Realty agents. It's also a company that is owned by LPT Realty, so this is an additional profit center. So when we talk later about stocks and things like that, there is a referral fee for this that you're going to pay for the company, but those are dollars that are not leaving the company as opposed to paying that from an outside source. But these are listing leads. And so I don't know about you, but most people who are going to Zillow are really going to Zillow because they're looking to buy a house. So you get a lot of buyer leads. And we saw there was a number recently about the number of buyer leads that are generated per year, and the number of homes that actually get bought, and there's a huge disparity there. And so our goal with homevalue.com is to get direct listing leads, a place that people can go for right now when they're going to Zillow to look because they want to buy a home. We're providing that resource for people to go to who want to sell a home, because this website is loaded with value added information for home sellers. And so it's really exclusive for home sellers. So if you're someone who wants to get into the listing world, this is where you're going to do it. So let's let Mr. Lawrence K. Bird.
And real quick, so for those of you who watched the Super Bowl, I don't know for sure, but keep an eye out for Lawrence K. Bird, because there's the potential that he may be there during the Super Bowl, which would be pretty cool.
Let's let him say a couple words for us.
If you want to see exactly what home value marketing is, go to homevalue.com, just type in your address, and you can immediately download a detailed marketing plan for free that shows you step by step exactly how your home is going to be sold for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. I mean, the marketing research, it's all been done for you. The data is all there. It's as plain as the nose in your face. Yeah, I know, I don't have a nose on my face, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that you do.
Homevalue.com.
You need home value marketing, tough guy.
All right, so that's Mr. Lawrence K. Bird right here. This is kind of scrolling through the homevalue.com website. Again, as you can see, it really is just here to help people sell their homes, figure out how much their home is worth. And the great thing about this and the way that these leads are being handled in the markets that are in beta testing right now is these are being nurtured to the point that they're not coming to you as the agent until they are ready for an appointment. So the first interaction that you're getting with these leads is essentially Home Value reaching out saying, hey, this person is ready for a listing presentation to have you come in and do an in-home consult to figure out what their home is worth. So these are extremely warm leads, and that's why we really see the value of having this exclusive lead source just for LPT agents. One of the other things that we're also doing is not only going after Zillow, but we're also leveraging Zillow. And so if you're an agent who has been trying to get into the Zillow Flex program and you realize it's sold out all across the country, those are leads that you don't have access to, even if you were willing to pay for them. And so again, by having a visionary who has run other businesses before, built billion-dollar organizations, learn from the mistakes and the lessons over time that you learn from that, Robert has committed to not make some of the same mistakes again, and part of that is leveraging people who may be viewed as not necessarily competitors, but somebody that you don't necessarily need to leverage. So I want to play a real quick clip here, which is going to have Robert talking about his vision for how we can utilize Zillow essentially as a business partner to help our agents get even more leads and create another exclusive lead source for LPT agents that, again, no other brokerage out there right now that I'm aware of is doing or has the ability to do.
You know, in my business, I never bought leads. Maybe it was a pride thing, an ego thing. I don't know. Like I felt like being able to go to conferences and brag about the fact that I didn't buy leads from Lending Tree or Zillow or any of these guys somehow made me cooler than all the rest of the mortgage guys out there who were having to buy leads. And look, I realized that that's a growth edge for me, right? That wasn't a great founded business decision. Why would I have not taken that business as well? If I achieved 10% market share with just running TV and radio, creating my own stuff, could I have been at 15% market share, 18% market share if I had torn down, you know, my own self-limiting beliefs about buying leads from other companies? And so a big part of my commitment to all of you as we launch LPT Realty is for me not to make some of those same mistakes that I made in my past life. And that's part of being a founder and maturing and growing. And so I didn't realize that was a growth edge for me until we started looking at it here at LPT Realty. Because as we looked at, you know, I'm going to use Zillow as an example. As you look at Zillow leads, it accomplishes a lot of the same things that Home Value can. Now, it can create an exclusive lead source for our agents. If we go in and buy a whole bunch of Zillow zip codes and block out agents at every other brokerage and make those Zillow leads exclusively for LPT Realty agents, we've now created an exclusive lead source for you guys using Zillow. We can still protect our agents on their own listings. If we go buy a whole bunch of zip codes from Zillow, and as those leads come in, if it's one of our agents' listings, that lead goes straight to you at no cost, no matter what agent is buying that zip code or getting referrals in that zip code or whatever. That's a way to right a wrong that I believed happened in our industry.
So again, when we talk about a visionary leader and someone who is committed to relentlessly driving their vision to completion, like that's it, right? And so what's super powerful about this, and if it hasn't set in right now, is this is one of the powerful things about being a national cloud-based brokerage is your local remax franchise, one of the 6 remax franchises in your market cannot do this. Right? There's simply not the resources available to be able to go in and do the kind of things that we're able to do by being under one big umbrella, not being a franchise model. We're able to do things like this that other brokerages just flat out cannot do. This is not an option for most brokerages, but it's something that we have a leader who sees the ability to do this, to create an additional exclusive lead source for our agents. That's leadership, and that's how we help you grow your business in just one other aspect. So to me, when he brought that up, I just thought it was genius because, again, this is something that is very, very, very difficult for any other brokerage to replicate.
Yeah, the other advantage is that when you're owned by a billionaire and you are debt-free, right? So we are a debt-free company, and when you're investing $300,000-$400,000 a month, right? Those are opportunities that a lot of your local brokerages and even some of your national brokers don't have the ability to do, you know? And so to have that flexibility and have somebody who believes so strongly in not only their ability, but to believe in the agent's ability, and then just pile onto it. Again, it's just been really incredible to see how, you know, this video, sure, a lot of this information will stay the same over time, but what's really cool is we get to redo this video as we, again, continue to see the stacking of the benefits. Once again, we talked about listing power tools already, helping you generate more leads through this free system. And homevalue.com, just so you know, like, as being a part of homevalue.com, one of the requirements is you have to use the listing power tools kit, because they're promoting it. They're basically attracting people saying, hey, we're going to do this to sell your home. And so people are like, oh, wow, let me get more information. So it's imperative that you also learn how to utilize this great tool.
Yeah, and again, listing power tools is more for just more than just the listings. It's really to help you generate more leads through the activities that you're doing to sell those. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video and learned a little bit more about LPT Realty. This video is just one clip that was taken out of our full-length LPT Realty Explained video, where AJ and I go into all the details, start to finish, about what LPT Realty is, what it has to offer, so you can make a better decision about whether it might be the right fit for you. If you want to check out the full video that this clip came from, go ahead and click right here, and that'll take you to that video. And if you do want to consider partnering with AJ and I here at LPT Realty and Elevated Agents, we would love to connect with you. Click on the link down in the description box below, and that'll give you the opportunity to set up a one-on-one Zoom call with us personally, so we can get face-to-face, learn a little bit more about you, what you're trying to do, and see if we might be a good fit to work together. Look forward to seeing you on a Zoom and on the next video.